Hello everyone, welcome back to Simulated Heaven. And here we are once again with a VR headset unboxing. Now, I used to own an Oculus Rift HDK2. I did an unboxing on this channel quite a while ago now. And I did enjoy the experience of having the HDK2. However, at that time I felt it was not quite worth me hanging on to that because of the fact that the resolution and the screen door effect was not, the experience was not quite there. Almost, but not quite there. So I was able to sell my HDK2 for the exact amount that I bought it for, because at the time there was a lot of interest in that. So that was kind of nice. Now, I have been interested in getting into the final versions or the consumer versions of VR headsets. My main use for having a VR headset is basically so that I can play simulator games such as Assetto Corsa and DCS World and that kind of stuff. Now, I kind of want to spend a little bit of time just to go into why I decided on the OSVR. This is, as you can see from the title, it's an open source virtual reality headset. Now, in Hong Kong, I live in Hong Kong, for those of you that don't already know, and when I ordered my Oculus Rift HDK2, they did actually ship to Hong Kong and all that. Unfortunately, with the consumer version, they stopped sending to Hong Kong. I think because they were worried about the connection with China and that loads of people would order them for the wrong reasons. I don't know. Anyway, so the Oculus Rift is not officially available in Hong Kong. I could probably buy it from a store here, like unofficially, but I'm probably going to have to pay a fair bit over the odds. And then if there was a problem, I heard with all of these VR headsets, the consumer ones, or all the ones out at the moment, they all seem to have issues, or it's quite likely that you're going to have an issue with the screen, with pixels and things like that. So I didn't want to order from an unofficial store or anything like that. I only wanted to deal with the official channels available in Hong Kong. Now, the HTC Vive, something that you would have thought would be available in Hong Kong easily, from what I can see, it's only officially available through one reseller who is crazily overcharging. Basically, it's around 8,000 Hong Kong or around 1,000 US, which seems like a crazy price to me. So I didn't want to overpay for the Vive, and also the Vive is more for like a full room VR experience, whereas I'm in Hong Kong, I don't have a lot of room, so I'm only really looking for the seated version, not the whole room experience. So it seemed kind of pointless actually paying for all this extra stuff with the Vive, and especially because it's really overpriced in Hong Kong. So then when I saw about a week and a half ago that the OSVR headset was available in Hong Kong for me to order directly from Razer, the price was about 3,300 Hong Kong. It's a little bit more expensive than America, but it's not that crazy. It seemed okay. Now, I'll say right at the outset that from my research, it seems like that this headset has got very similar specs as the Oculus Rift and the Vive, except obviously it's only for like a sit-down experience. It doesn't have any of the full room stuff. However, I did, from the research I've done, I found out that it's probably going to be very hard at the beginning to set up. It's not really as far forward with the consumer ready stuff in terms of the software and setting it up with various games and things like that. Obviously, as well, it's not going to be as well established as the Vive and the Rift with the current software developers. But it seems like that Razer are trying to improve that, and I'm sure over time that we'll see more ability for us to use a wider range of content. Anyway, so that's why I decided to opt for the OSVR. It'll be interesting for me to see how it is. Obviously, like I said, I expect that it's going to be quite hard work at the beginning with the software and the setup. I'm fully ready for that. And also, I'll say that please don't expect videos very quickly on this. You know, I am going to take my time. I'm going to try to work out stuff, you know, as much as possible. So don't expect more videos on this for a while. But obviously, when I am able to show you guys some stuff, then I will do. So without further ado, I'm going to start unboxing. Now, of course, I'm only using my phone, so it's not going to be the best quality. Sorry about that. As you can see, OSVR, open source virtual reality. OSVR, hacker development kit. Free your mind. Let's hope so. HDK 2.0. We'll explain everything there. Okay, so I'm going to open it up. So, here we go. This is basically what you get in the pack. It's actually really nice to see they have this extra foam here so that it's not going to get damaged in transit. I have a feeling that these actually ship from Hong Kong because it literally only took Razer like 3 days from when I ordered this for me to receive it. For some reason, a lot of these headsets seem to ship from Hong Kong. I don't know why that is, because I assume they're all made in China. I know the Oculus Rift HDK2 also shipped from Hong Kong, so it was also... Well, I was actually one of the first ones to get the Oculus Rift HDK2 because of the fact I lived in Hong Kong. Anyway, so we have a HDK2 open source head-mounted display for OSVR. This must be some kind of manual. Oh no, it's just, oh, here we go, sorry. Quick start guide, so that's handy. Trying to help us to understand how it works, how to set it up. That's good. This is probably a manual. Yeah, this looks kind of like a manual. I would imagine most of the documentation will be online. I actually found a guy that made a video that apparently goes through step by step how to set this up, so I'm hoping that's fairly easy for me to follow. Okay, so we've got some boxes here. Oh, that's just a piece of cardboard. Now, oh, it feels quite heavy. This one, I mean. Is there something in there? No. Okay. So this is just basically all the different plugs, which is kind of cool, and various cables. You could just call this the cable box and the plug box, couldn't you, really? It's not anything particularly exciting, but it is nicely packaged, which is good to see. The OSVR IR positional tracking kit. Cool. It's kind of interesting how it does have some Razer branding on it, or some Razer trademark stuff on it. Okay, so this is basically the camera, and again, I'm doing this with one hand. Sorry about this. It seems like the box doesn't want to open nicely. That's obviously just the cable for the camera. You got this nice bendy style mount for the camera. I actually quite like that because you can bend all of these. It should be fairly easy for me to find a place to position. I mean, again, because I'm in Hong Kong, I don't have loads of room. I know that I have enough room because I had a DK2 in the past, but it's not ideal. And this is the actual camera. Open source virtual reality. Whoops, I nearly dropped my phone. IR positional tracking camera. Cool. That's really light. Wow, that's crazy how light that is and how small, how thin that is. I mean, wow, that's pretty crazy. Okay, so that's I'm going to put that back in there just so I don't lose it. You know what it's like when you get something new and you get excited with the unboxing and all that. Right, and then, we got more stuff here. So I believe, let's have a look. Oh yes, I seem to remember they give you this lovely brush. This must be for cleaning the lenses, maybe? It was kind of hilarious because I believe that the DK2, it came with a lens cleaning cloth, which then everyone said actually scratched the lenses, which I found quite funny that they would actually provide you. So anyway, so I'm assuming that's for cleaning, but I'll obviously try to look into first whether it's actually allowed to be used for cleaning or not, if you know what I mean. And again, loads more cables. I mean, one of the downsides of VR is at the moment not really wireless. I know that the Oculus Rift is about to come out with an attempt at a wireless one, but at the moment most of the ones are not. They're going to have a lot of wires, but hey, for the kind of VR that I'll be doing, sat in a chair, doing like sim racing most of the time, and that kind of stuff. The wires are not that bad, and you kind of get used to how to route them. Or certainly, I did when I had a DK2. Okay, so I believe inside here we've got a belt clip thingamajiggy. Now I'm going to take that out first because it seems quite hard. Okay, so yeah, this is basically a belt clip. So this has this is like the hub of all the connections essentially. Interesting. Yeah, belt clip. Be interesting to see how that works because obviously the Oculus Rift didn't have a belt clip. But hey, so that's just a bit of foam I had to get out of there, and this is probably the main attraction. Whoa, let's feel it. Now, this is not ideal because I am using one hand, but yeah, there she is. That's pretty nice. Right, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, there's still a cable there. Anyway, let's try to close the box a little bit. If I'm able to do that without wrecking the place, which might be difficult. Try to close the box, just like this. I just want a flat surface to put this on. There we go. Okay. There she is. So we've got a nice USB thing here. So you've got a wires being routed here. And then obviously inside that's where the lenses are. I'm not gonna take off the caps or anything. But first glance, it does seem and feel very similar to the DK2. The foam, the quality of this foam here seems pretty good to me, though. And one of the things that will be interesting is, I believe underneath here, you're able to adjust the lenses if you wear glasses, and I wear glasses. But I have a feeling, Mike, that I've got a prescription which is too crazy for it to work in here. But it'll be interesting to see how that works. I know with a DK2 I could wear glasses whilst using it, but it was rather annoying. So we'll see if this one is also like that. I mean, if I really have to, I just have to wear contact lenses when I use it, if I really have to. But yeah, there you go, guys. So that is the very unprofessional unboxing of my new OSVR headset. I'm very excited to get back into the world of VR. Um, I mean, I'm really excited because obviously the resolution on this, it's the same as the Vive and the Oculus Rift CV1. So after using the DK2, I'm very excited to see the difference um, with this higher higher resolution. I originally I thought I would wait until like the next version of the consumer version was out, but it would seem it was probably going to be quite a few years until they bring out another version with higher resolution, especially because the graphics cards are not really available to drive that anyway, and it's probably going to be a while before they are available. Anyway, that was my unboxing and my little explanation about my VR situation. If anyone has any specific questions, you can leave a comment. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you got to the end, that was a good job because I do like to ramble. But yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Thank you.